After think about it. The Ode rekindles all victors. Since the Archon couldn't find Kachina in the Night Kingdom, that must mean there's more to this victory than meets the eye.
Hey! You just haven't gotten over the fact that Kachina beat—
Pathetic.
Your wild guesses are misplaced.
Maybe you did, but who's to say whether that little girl even contributed at all? Maybe she got scared and ran off. Why would the YUB recognize someone like her, even if she was on the winning team?
How dare you insult a hero of Natlan! Kachina sacrificed herself to repel the Abyss! She doesn't deserve to be subjected to your
Calm down, Mualani. There's no point
I can't just sit here and let them slander her like that.
To insult a hero of Natlan.
You...
Think about it, everyone. Who do you think is or the great Pyro Archon? Why would the rules of our nation That's true.
Maybe the YUB.
I mean, that girl did.
Kachina wouldn't have run! That's not— No! She's been waiting no matter how daunting. We don't even know what happened. So don't you dare try to use this as—
Fine.
That's enough. There is no doubt about today's victory, or Kachina's part. However, the failure of today's ceremony is undeniable. To prevent further casualties.
What?
No one is all-knowing, but doubt is a means by which— If there are things you wish to clarify—
No,
even though I have said nothing to—
That guy doesn't even have the courage to— I have a question, Archon. My friend Kachina. Do you have any idea where— I know you said you were investigating the situation.
I've already shared so, what do you—
Of course I'll—
In that case,
We should join them.
Oh, and if it's not too much trouble, rest assured, everyone, once again, I apologize for the outcome of this ceremony. If there are no further questions, let's part for now.
Did she just ask us to come along?
I believe she did. Let's go. I'd like to know what's going on myself.
The situation is urgent, so I'll get straight to the point. Kachina is undoubtedly a hero of Natlan, and I'm deeply sorry this happened to her. There's been unrest in the Night Kingdom, but I don't know what's causing it. As a result, I've been unable to track down her location. Until we find and address the cause of the unrest, the Ode of Resurrection will continue to be ineffective.
And that means Kachina won't be able to—
That's correct. No,
How long will that take?
it's hard to say.
Kachina always dreamed of fighting the Abyss. She wasn't afraid of death because she knew whenever we sat down together, exhausted from training, she would always hum the Ode of Resurrection. She was supposed to come back to us. We were supposed to hug her and celebrate with her and share her joy. We supported her every step of the way, but would we sit peacefully and wait for her return?
That's not fair, Mualani.
It's all right. I understand your rage and your grief. Believe me, I want— But please, hear what I have to say so I can at least give you a broad— Considering the recent attack on your tribe, I believe the Abyss has found a new means of undermining the rules of our nation.
You mean—
The Sacred Flame. The foundation of our— If we continue to hold the pilgrimage and send teams to fight the Abyss, but if we stop altogether, the Sacred Flame will only grow weaker. The Abyss will scale—
If we compare the two choices, Sorry, I know that may sound harsh, but I bear the name Mal. The raw truth can be cruel. But we need—
But what would you say, Mualani?
No. I can't choose between them, and I don't want to. Saying that one is preferable over the other—
You're saying it doesn't matter whether I suspend the pilgrimage.
Yes. What happened to Kachina breaks my heart. But I couldn't bring myself to sacrifice other people for her sake.
And that is the crux of the problem. It's not simply a matter of choosing the lesser of two evils. Either way, there will be people who suffer. And the end result will be the same. Once doubt has crept in, the people will no longer unite in battle against the Abyss. And that is exactly what the Abyss wants. Their ultimate goal isn't to break the rules that make the Ode of Resurrection work. It's to destroy the people's faith in them. To prevent what happened to Kachina from happening to anyone else, we need to suspend the pilgrimage. So that is my current plan. And in the meantime, I've made efforts to strengthen each tribe's defenses. Then, we have to find another way of strengthening the sacred flame to keep the Abyss at bay. This won't be easy. I'll need time to figure out the best approach. I understand your anger, Mualani, but I hope that provided some clarity at—
Wow. Hyman thought things were gonna get heated for a second, but
I owe you an apology, Archon.
We could always hold the pilgrimage without sending a team to fight in the Night Warden Wars.
I've considered that, but the two events have nearly always been linked. Without the chance to fight the Abyss, pilgrimage with fewer participants—
So, essentially, the Abyss has taken Kachina hostage.
You've learned about the concept of ley lines during your travels, yes? The Night Kingdom is something similar. Staying there for a short period of time shouldn't have an effect on the person. But with the Abyss in the pic, your sense of self will be devoured, until eventually you become one with the Sea of Souls. Imagine pouring a cup of water into a rushing river. You can try to scoop up another cup, but there's no chance it will be the same water you had before.
Just like you said, Archon. Both of these problems need to be addressed. You can focus all your efforts on dealing with the Sacred Flame. I will go search for Kachina.
The Abyss poses the same threat to you as it does to her. It is very possible you will not return. Knowing that, do you still choose to go?
Kachina's waiting for us to rescue her. That's all that matters.
I failed to protect her during our—
Traveler? What do you think?
Understood. Then I'll support you in any way I can. The Masters of the Nightwind have— If we can find— Then comes the hard part.
But isn't—
Under normal circumstances, only the consciousness can enter. But there is, however—
That's fine by me.
Same here. Fighting the Abyss is nothing new for me.
So, Hyman's the only one who's scared?
Seat Lolly of the Masters of the Nightwind. It was originally you.
That was the artifact I—
Thank you so much for your help, everyone.
Your thanks are on the— Besides— Traveler, I certainly didn't expect our first conversation to be so serious. I've heard all about your accomplishments. Ever since you arrived, I've been hoping to meet you and offer you Natlan's highest level of hospitality.
Why?
Why? Is that not what happened in the other nations you visited?
Yeah, things were pretty complicated at the start. And, in the middle. But our reputation's solid nowadays.
That's more like it. After all, I've heard you're someone who perhaps even more than you can imagine. But we can talk about that some other time. Ideally, this would be the perfect night for a drink and some musical ambiance. But
Oh, I almost forgot. Atea was wounded in the fight against the Abyss. She wanted us to—
I didn't think this— If things were different, the two of us could have enjoyed the hot springs together while she gave this to me in person. We're supposed to be hot spring buddies after all. But don't worry. This talisman means a great deal to me. I'll take good care of it, and once this is all over, I'll pay Atea a visit.
You said you didn't want to jeopardize the production of Contending Fire. But that's not at all why you decided to suspend the pilgrimage, is it?
You're right. Even now, the production of Contending Fire is far from sufficient. The gradual corrosion caused by the Abyss has resulted in a massive shortage of pyro energy, and we're currently at the breaking point. As things stand, the pilgrimage is a lost cause. Suspending it allows us to save our strength to defend the tribes. The Abyss has brought catastrophe to Natlan, And Kachina's disappearance in the Night Kingdom is a direct consequence of that.
We can't let the general public know that.
No. If the public learned that Natlan's destruction was... But if I said nothing at all, they would have continued to question the integrity of Natlan's heroes.
Another simple choice. The latter was clearly the better solution.
I have never subscribed to the belief that the right choice is the one with the fewest sacrifices. Let's go. There's still a way for the sacred flame to last.
You mean?
Yes. The sacred flame must never... So until our hero...
But that can only last so...
Don't let desperation... Those chosen by the... All we can do.
Even so.
I possess great strength, but I'm not above my people.
Archon, it's the Fatui!
The Archon of Natlan. A force to be reckoned with. The secret of the ley lines is no secret to me. Long have they been destined for ruin. And since the oath made 5 centuries ago remains unfulfilled, what use is the Gnosis in your hands?
I don't know what you mean. But it sounds like this is about more than the Tsaritsa.
In times of crisis, someone must pick up the mantle of salvation. Your plan has reached an impasse, and now it falls to me to create new rules for Natlan. But before the dawn of a new age, the old must be destroyed.
I assume that's the end of your speech? Good. People like us. Let our blades do the talking! Masters of the Night Wind. Send word. The captain and his followers must be apprehended.